So in the Alex Murdaugh trial, there was audio played today in which Murdaugh admits to lying about the roadside shooting from September 2021. Let's talk about it a little bit. My name is Jamal Kersey. I'm the principal attorney at Kersey Law, a boutique criminal defense firm in San Diego, California. And admittedly, I did not really know much about this case at all. I've been tagged in comments and people have been saying, hey, you got to check this case out. And all I really knew was that there was a double homicide and that Mr. Murdaugh is being charged with having murdered his wife and his son. And obviously those are very serious allegations, and you had a high profile attorney being charged with these heinous crimes. And so that in and of itself is obviously crazy, right? And again, with all due respect to his late wife and his son, obviously nobody deserves to have their life taken for any reason. But I go and I say, I'm on YouTube, right? And and I see video and I see the title basically saying, Murdaugh admits to murder-suicide scheme. And I'm like, wait, how does that fit in, right? If there's a, double homicide being alleged, what is this murder-suicide thing? And so apparently it was a recording of a confession. So you have law enforcement and then you have his lawyers. Then you have Murdaugh, in which he's talking about having come up with a scheme in order to stage what was supposed to be his murder. And I'm like, what? So as a background, he's basically saying how, he's a lawyer and he had his law firm and he was apparently stealing money from his clients, stealing money from the law firm. He was addicted to pills and had this drug dealer by the name of Eddie Smith. And for 18 to 20 years, he was purchasing pills from Mr. Smith and spending at a certain point $40 to $50 to $60,000 a week on pills. That's either a hell of a markup or just a lot of pills that this guy was consuming. And it just really sounds like he was in a terrible space. And from what I've been looking at other things, it looks like he was in some pretty serious financial trouble. One of his sons had gotten into some sort of boating accident and they might have been facing a significant judgment. And then obviously him stealing from his clients and everything. But he reached a point where, he just felt like he didn't want to live anymore. And so had staged this murder. And the plan, and it's bizarre because the very dealer who had been selling him, all these pills and making a killing off of Murdaugh. I mean, Murdaugh was just a golden goose, if you will, spending, 40, 50 grand a week on pills. Somehow this guy, Eddie Smith, agreed, yeah, I'll do this. I'll work with you to stage this murder and I won't even charge you for it. Right. So he was going to do it on the house. And he was going to kill the very person who was his golden goose, spending all this money a week on pills. And that just, obviously was mind blowing. But, the scheme that they apparently came up with was that Murdaugh was going to take a knife, punch out his tire, and then this guy Smith was going to circle around, I guess pretend like he was trying to help him with the flat. And then as Murdaugh turned around, he was going to shoot him in the back of the head. And he did end up getting shot. Like they went through with this and apparently there was a 911 call that they played as part of this. And it's just crazy. I mean, a double homicide is, again, inflammatory, shocking, alarming in and of itself. But then when you have this side story in terms of what happened in this situation, it just really is mind blowing. And this, it's not even legal analysis or anything like that. I'm just blown away. I've never seen anything like this I'm going into my 15th year of practicing law. Never seen anything like this. And I saw in the comment sections other lawyers saying, like, this is insanity. I've never seen anything like this either. It's messy. It's there's evidence that looks like it's pretty solid in terms of, the kennel video. Obviously his son had gone down to a kennel. He's kind of playing with the dogs, and you hear audio of the wife, so Murdaugh's late wife, also speaking. And you had different folks identify Alex Murdaugh's voice on this video. So you don't see him, but they identify his voice on there, and that's to put him at the scene minutes before his wife and son are killed. And from what I understand, the whole case is messy. There are people who are thinking that the prosecution may not be able to prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt. A lot of speculation going on, and I'm just so intrigued that I want to look more into this case, but I honestly have never seen anything like this before. Let me know in the comments below. Did you hear that confession tape? Have you been following this trial? Are there videos you can point me to that that would be interesting to watch, because this is insane. But that's all I got. And if you got something out of this, show me some love, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you never miss a new video when it drops. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.